Two Sides, Same Mic, episode 4. We got a special guest today. It's your boy, Kidjscott. I'm here with my lovely co-host,
Leah Tanner.
and we got the legend, the myth, himself, my boy, Mingo.
The whole government name, huh? Pleasure to have you. Pleasure to have you. I love you both. So I've been watching you guys' podcast for the last couple of weeks. It's been amazing. I've been giving you guys my feedback, so you guys are doing a wonderful thing.
I'm glad you're our first guest because regardless of what I do in life, you've always been like a supporter, whether it's been music, whether it's been the podcast. You always send me, the video of you either listening to music or watching, the footage, and I appreciate that, man.
Absolutely.
So,
I mean, your music done wonders for me. And so
we got to talk about that one day. I'll hear about that. But, man, I was thinking about, damn, I've known both of y'all for so long, over 23 years of my life. So more than half I've been alive, I've known the both of you. Because I met both of y'all pretty much in 9th grade of high school. I moved out here when I was 13 years old, and I met y'all. So it's just crazy.
Hey, it's only up from here.
So I guess I've known Mingo longer because we go back to 8th grade.
Was it?
We met,
I think it was before
that?
Mr. Dillon.
Yeah, 8th grade, Mr. Dillon.
Wasn't Mr. Dillon 7th?
Pretty sure it was 8th grade math class with Mr. Dillon.
Woman knows, so.
Oh, yeah.
I know it was middle school, though, for sure.
Yes. So we've known for each other for a while, but I was super excited about bringing you on because, like John said, you've been a huge support. You always give your honest feedback with every episode. We appreciate you and all the support that you've shown to the podcast and just your friendship in general.
Absolutely. I appreciate you guys. I mean, it's only up from here. I mean, we're still young, so our friendship is going to grow. Very few people in this world that have friendships over 10 years, so it's blessed to have you guys as friends over 20 years. So hopefully it's only up from here.
100%. You want to tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Man, well, my name is Mingo.
The government.
Just gave me the whole government name. I've been friends with these guys forever. Like I said, middle school, high school. I don't want to know if you know too much about me. Went to Chaparral with each other. I always supported these guys and girls, I should say, through everything they do. I'm one of those friends that I'm very loyal, and I'm always dedicated in whatever you guys do. I'll always support. Big shout out to Leah. I'm at all of her book signings and stuff, so make sure she's good with that. John, when he first started his music, still supporting that. I don't know too much about the rap game, but I did my best doing the best friend that I could. So that's about it for me. I don't know what else you kind of want to know.
That.
We want to know, are you single?
I am single.
Aye.
After I was in a relationship a year ago. Unfortunately, we broke up. I'm going to just leave it at that, I guess.
Perfect. We're about to get to know more about Mingo. Leah, let's get right into these topics.
All right. So the first question we want to know is, what do you think is, just forgot the question. What is modern dating like for you in today's society?
Modern dating, for me, it's pretty tough. The older we get, the harder it is to date. A lot of these women want a perfect man. None of us are perfect. We're men. So they want, a 750 credit score, making over 100K, and they want to be taken care of. Sometimes you just got to accept people for who they are and, just go with the flow and kind of just vibe it out instead of worry about how much money they make. Because we do live in a world where it's a very judgmental world. So modern day dating it's tough to me, but I'm just kind of keeping it to myself, kind of laying back right now. If it happens, it happens. I'm not really forcing it. Am I looking for it? No. If it happens, I'm okay with it, but I'm not opposed to anything.
Okay, so do you think that with dating and modern dating, do you think social media has anything to do with just modern dating and how everything is right now, or do you think just strictly from those things that you listed?
For me, I think social media is going to be the downfall of dating. Just because a lot of people do reflect to social media of who you're talking to or what they comment on your posts. You can't control what other people do, you know what I mean? Yeah, I might be friendly to this person, but it's nothing but just friendship. But the way they're commenting to it and then the way you take it, you might take it as flirtatious or you might take it as they're trying to get at you. And then a lot of people want attention. So I'm one of those people that I'd rather talk to you face to face, just because I feel like social interactions is better than social media interactions, because you can kind of read somebody's energy and you can kind of feel the aura that they're bringing to the table. So social media is going to be the downfall to dating, but I mean, it's kind of easier now just because you could just go on Hinge, Tinder, or whatever, and just swipe left or right, and just kind of just pick and choose who you want.
You said easier now, but do you think it's really easier now with being able to have pick and choose from all the different apps, or do you think it makes it harder?
For women, it's easier because you guys can pick and choose who you want. Like for men, like we'll choose a woman obviously of what she look like, but obviously we're gonna like you for who you are. If the woman feels like, hey, he's not right for me on my side or my eye candy, it's just different. You guys have a lot of power in your hands, more than we do. So I feel like it's harder for us to kind of choose who we want because you guys want so much. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It is kind of vice versa as well. We do want a lot too, but I feel like it's harder for men to find a date than it is for women to find a date.
I got a question, because at the beginning you said that you were in a relationship. So your last relationship, how did you meet her? Or where did you meet her?
Oh man, this is going on in the internet, huh?
Oh, yeah.
So my last relationship, we dated in 2015. I met her at the football fields. For a lot of you guys know, I do play football. So we met playing flag football. We became friends, and then 2015 we started dating. We were super young. The first go around, I was 20, I don't know, in my 20s. So I was working like 3 jobs. I was working at Hagasan at the time. I was a manager of Sports Authority, and then I had another job at the rec center. So I was working 3 jobs, and I was just kind of just busting my butt, just kind of grinding, make sure everything was good. The reason that we really broke up was I just didn't have time for her personally. You know, I mean, the only time I would see her was on Sundays for football, and then Mondays, like, we'll do like a little date or something, and then that was it. So it was unfair for her. But as I grew up to be an adult, like, I realized that, like, it was my fault that we broke up the first time. Years go by, we tried it out again. She was literally one of my best friends. I have nothing bad to say about her.
Yeah.
She's a really good person. So we tried it out again, went through a whole year, and then unfortunately things happened, and then just kind of went our separate ways.
Estimate. So how long was it in between?
Before we got back together the second
like
time.
How many years?
About 10.
Wow.
Almost 10 years, because we dated in 15, and then we kind of ended towards 2016, and then started dated in 2024.
Wow. So what do you say the downfall of the second time was? Because obviously you learned from your first, like that you didn't have time for her.
So it's funny that
you still working 3 jobs or what?
Nah. So I got 1 job now. The downfall of the second time. All right. So I'm a very friendly person. I'm not gonna put her business and stuff out there. I'm a very friendly person, so I know a lot of people. When you come to my party, I know a bunch of guys. I know a bunch of girls. Fun fact, I used to work at Abercrombie, so I still have friends that I still used to work from there, and they are some pretty people, handsome and pretty guys and girls. So they'll come to my party and whatnot, and you know how women are. They get jealous sometimes.
Yeah,
so
100%.
I would just leave it at that. I'm just gonna leave it.
So
at that.
they say third time's the charm. So we're gonna circle back in another 10 years.
Nah. I think this is it. I mean, like I said, I have nothing bad to say. She's a great person. Like I said, she was literally one of my best friends. I told her everything. She was a nerd with me as well. Like, we bonded on every single level. Is sometimes the world works in mysterious ways, and it's just, God has the right plan for you. And I guess that wasn't it, I should say. So I have nothing bad to say about her. She's a great person, but I don't think there's going to be a third time, to be honest. I think she's in a full-blown relationship right now.
Oh, wow.
How long has it been since you guys have broken up?
About a year and some change. It was literally a couple days after my birthday.
Wow. So how do you feel now that she's in a full-blown relationship? You feel some type of way?
At
Like when you went online and you've seen, like, maybe she's posting her guy, or you found out she's in a full-blown relationship, does that make you feel some type of way?
So, nah, not really. At first, you know what I mean? Because I was in it to win it, you know what I mean? At first, I'm going to feel some type of way, As men, we're going to hide our feelings. But, when I was by myself, I was like, damn. I was like, this kind of sucks, you know what I mean? Like, everything I did, you know what I mean? We went to Texas a couple times. We went to the basketball games a couple times, you know what I mean? We spent our Sundays together playing football or watching anime and whatnot. So when I first found out, it didn't bother me at all. Because when we first broke up, it hurt me, like, it hit me like a ton of bricks. This time around, I was just like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't, just let her be. You know what I mean? It didn't bother me not one bit.
I have a question for you because I talked about this with John on a recent podcast. We talked about healing, like for you. So, like, what did that healing phase look like for you?
So the first couple of days, I was sad. You know what I mean? Called a couple of my best friends. I know you guys just talked about this on the last podcast. So I do have a best friend that is a female. So I called her. We talked it out for like hours and whatnot. So I didn't do what this crazy guy did. You know what I mean? So I said my sorrows for a minute, you know what I mean? I was sad for a while, and then I didn't get back into dating at all, not one bit. I just kind of just let it be. I let my emotions go, and then I just kind of had to find myself all over again and just kind of pick myself back up, you know, because now I'm not a part of somebody no more. Now I'm just back on my solo path, which is okay. I don't have no problem being alone. So the healing path was a while, you know. After about 2 weeks, I got over it, and then just kind of just went back to my normal things of doing.
I love to hear that. I think for me, that's a little refreshing after hearing John's breaking up on the 8th and going out on the 9th, crying for one day.
I'm outside the next day. The next day.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, everybody's different. Everybody has their healing mechanisms. You know what I mean? I'm not saying what he did is wrong. I'm not saying what he did is right. That's just how John heals. You know what I mean? You heal different. I heal different. Everybody's different. Everybody has their ways. There's no good. There's no bad. There's no right. There's no wrong. As long as you feel happy and you're good, that's all that matters.
Quick side quest question. So about you having a girl best friend. How long have y'all been best friends?
Man, me and V been best friends almost 10 plus years. I would say about close to 10 years.
Has anyone ever caught feelings? Or y'all just truly?
Nope, not one bit.
So you agree that a man and a female can be
1,000%.
And there was never any attraction at any point, just straight.
The crazy, I'll tell you a funny story. So remember when Ghost Spike used to be popping?
Yeah.
So we used to go to Ghost Spike all the time, and I'm a flirty person. So I'm during my single days. So I would be chopping it up with the female, you know, doing my thing, and then she would come up. If she doesn't have her phone or she's trying to find like Corey or somebody, she'll come up out of nowhere, like we're having a conversation with the female. She'll come up out of nowhere and be like, yo, give me your phone. I would literally pull out my phone, give it to her, and then the female would be like, oh my God, is that your girlfriend? And I'm like, nah, that's my best friend. And then she'll come back and give me my phone back, and then she'll be like, oh my God, your hair is so beautiful, and blah, 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 and start complimenting her once she found out, but like no feelings, not whatsoever. She knew my dad. She came and she took care of my dad when I was at work, when he was in the hospital and whatnot. I hang out with her mom. I know her kids, spend the night at her house, everything, know her whole family. So no feelings at all. Truly just a true female best friend.
All right. Okay. I do have a question about something that you had mentioned earlier about, you said that like with your relationship, like you being friendly kind of, that kind of ended it kind of. So I did want to hear about that, and like with like your female best friend, just kind of how you were saying right now, like at first it like can sometimes get in the way. So I want to hear like a little bit about that. So
what I think when it comes to it, I think is just an understanding of it. I feel like a lot of things get misunderstood because there's not enough communication. Like we're not mind readers, and that works both ways. You know what I mean? I can't read his mind and he can't read your mind. So I feel like if you're not communicating something and then you just get mad at something, that's unfair on me or that's unfair on you. Because like if you're not comfortable with me talking to XYZ or being friends with XYZ, tell me. Just don't get mad. You know what I mean? When you just get mad, I'm like, all right, I could have told you the situation and what we were in and what the situation is about between me and this person. But with you just getting mad, that's gonna make us mad because you're like, that's my homegirl, or you're like, that's my homeboy. Like, why are you getting mad? Like, I think it's stupid, you know what I mean? But when it comes to it, I think there's a lot of insecurities on both ends, on males and females, and I just think communication should be said, or something should be said as far as that.
That's true. Communication is key. So yeah, definitely. I think if you have those conversations before, then yeah, that can be.
I mean,
helpful.
you knew me forever. Like, I was quiet in high school. I'm a whole 180 from what I am now. Like, I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy being friendly with people. I enjoy networking, but I know the fine line between talking to people and flirting with people.
That's beautiful. So you're all healed up now. So you ready to get back out there? Or what?
For sure. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm putting myself out there, but I am all healed up. So, like I said, if it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not out there looking for it, but if I'm going out with somebody, I would conversate with people out there. If it works for there, it works for there. If they want to go on a date, I'll go on a date. But I'm not actively searching for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like it's easier as it comes to you.
Exactly.
So like if you search for it, you just find a Tinder date.
Exactly. So that's going to go into my next question. What is your frustrations with modern dating?
My frustrations with modern dating is like I said, they expect a perfect man. We all go through our internal battles. We all go through our external battles. So I feel like you should actually get to know a person first before you judge a person. I know you guys were talking about like, can you be intimidated by how much a person makes on both ends? I feel like if you like this person for who they are, you should be able to make it work no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of females like men because they got money. They don't want to work. They want the old-fashioned days where men do everything. Well, we're in 2025. The world's different. There's some women that make more than men. So, and then there's some men that make more than women. I just feel like it should be, if you like me for who I am and what everything that I bring to the table, not just because I make X, Y, Z and you don't want to do nothing. And then, like you said, social media did kill everything because now it's so easy to make money just off the internet and stuff. I still work with kids and everything, and now it's crazy to see all these kids saying, I want to be a content creator. What happened to being a spaceman? What happened to being a firefighter? What happened to being a policeman? Like, you don't get that no more. So everybody just want to do everything on social media. So I feel like that's a killer.
So twice you've mentioned that you feel that women are just looking for this perfect man.
Yeah.
Can you share an experience or some way that you felt where that is relevant?
Yeah, so there was just recently, after my healing days, I did go on a few dates with another female, and this is the first time I ever heard this in my life. I'm a nice guy, you know, I'm going to make sure, before I'm taken out, I'm going to make sure they're well taken care of. So I do all the due diligence of a guy, you know what I mean, being nice for taking him out. And then the next day she was like, not the next day, it was like after a week or so, she was like, I don't think I could talk to you no more. And I was like, okay, why not? She was like, you're too nice. I was like, I don't even know what that means. She was like, you're too nice, it's scary. And I was like, I'm not dealing with this, dude. I was like, I'm out of here. I was like, I don't know what you want. Like, do you want me to like?
Yeah, like what was your response to that?
I just kind of left it at that because I was a loss for words. Like, I've never heard that in my life. Like, I'm not I know girls be like, I want the bad boy. I want this. Like, I'm not doing that. So I don't know if it was this past trauma, if that's what she was used to. And then me being nice to her is something new. And she was just like, I don't know how to handle it. So it was weird. It was weird. I never experienced something like that in my life. So
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That is. I mean, I've never felt that way about like somebody being too nice, but like what you said, like, I mean, sometimes like us women, sometimes we could like the bad boys, but like I've never stopped dating somebody for being like too nice.
Yeah.
But like you said, it could have been like maybe she did like
For
have
sure.
some trauma or something.
For sure. And like I said, when it comes down to, I don't know. Like, let me know. Like, if you don't communicate that, I'm not a mind reader. I don't know what you're going through eternally. But
Right.
like, if that's the issue, to say, hey, I need to fix myself, blah, 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 blah. But don't try to put it all on me like I was the problem and make me feel bad. Like, nah, that don't work.
Yeah, because like, how did you feel like after that situation?
I just kind of left it at that. Once again, I called Veronica. I was just like, she's my girl best friend. I was like, what do I say to this? Or how do I, like, what does this mean? Because I don't know. And we kind of just talked down. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. It is what it is. Pull the John.
So the next time you're going to go straight asshole or what?
No. It's not my personality. Man, there's a time and place where I could be mean. It's just I'm not a mean person. I've never been like that. I mean, I'm very competitive, but I'm not a mean person. I'm always the person that's smiling and always want to be joy to people. So
Yeah.
I think the bad boy tendency is stupid. You know what I mean? I think it's a persona.
Exactly.
And I feel like men are like, we hide a bunch of stuff. So I feel like I need to be this big, tough bad guy because when we were growing up, you know, you got to be this Hercules type of guy. So that's why, like, a lot of us just pursue it on everybody else or just brings it out of everybody else, I should say.
So do you feel like this girl and generally like women who are similar to this girl, they just went through like something in their life, like some sort of trauma where they just feel like that, like every guy they talk to was just like an asshole or
1000%. I feel like if you have past trauma and you don't fully overcome something, 100% it could affect you. And same thing as men. Let's just talk about like if any one of us got cheated on in a very bad way, you know what I mean? Like it takes time to recover. You just don't get cheated on, break up, and then go into a relationship, you know what I mean? So it's going to take some time. And then when they're so used to something getting done to them, is just past trauma that they need to heal from and they need to get over it. So I think, I feel like something happened back then and now something good that was different that she wasn't used to, it scared her. So she didn't know how to act. So she just projected it all on me and then ran away from the situation, which is okay. It happens to everybody.
yeah.
That's very true. Like, has that ever happened to you before? Have you ever pushed away a girl or something because a woman out of fear of anything from like the relationship or?
Yeah, I did. But I was going through my own personal stuff. You know what I mean? I was going through like a lot of demons and stuff in my head when I was just like, I don't like to project my problems on like anybody else, like my friends. I hate being a burden to you guys. So I just kind of just eat it up eternally. And then whenever like a human being does that, or even men, I should say, we project it on the people that we love or care about the most. So yeah, I've definitely done it. I'm not gonna sit up here and say no, I didn't, because I'll be lying to myself and everybody else. But yeah, I've done it for sure. Am I proud of the moment? No, absolutely not. Can I look back and apologize to this person, which I've done already? Yeah, absolutely. But that's a part of growing up.
All right, thank you. So, what would you say for you? What's something that men love in women that they secretly love in women that they don't share about?
What is something that men love in women that we don't share about? Peace and understanding. So there's going to be times like, I feel like when we're quiet, like say something happens. So say if like I'm playing a football game, right? And we lose at the very last moment, right? And we're coming home, we're on a ride home, and I don't say nothing, and you just assume there's a problem. Like, no, just let me cope in peace. Like, you're not the issue. I just need to gather my thoughts. I need to be good. I need to figure out how I'm feeling. Just be there for me. So I feel like a lot of women feel like when we don't say nothing, they feel like there's an issue. So I feel like if they just be there for their significant other or their friend or their partner, silence doesn't mean a bad thing. And I know it's kind of weird for some people, but it doesn't mean a bad thing. Just massage our head. We're good. It's the best feeling in the world, I'm telling you.
I love that because I do feel like that sometimes we just want our peace.
Yeah.
Like how many times you're on Facebook or you're on Instagram and you see that meme where it's like the guy, he starts over and all he got is an air mattress, his PS5, and a TV on the floor.
Yeah.
But it's just like, we're in peace. So I agree. It's just like sometimes on that ride home, maybe something happened and I'm not talking. It doesn't mean I'm mad. It just means that I just want my peace.
Yeah.
And I also feel like a lot of women sometimes just assume that we need certain things. Like maybe there's something at my house that I don't have. So then they get it and it's just like, all right, like you think that I needed that, but I don't really need that. So then they get mad because they think that they did like a favor or they think that they enhanced your life, and then they like kind of expect like they expect praise, and it's just like, I'm not about to give you that praise because I never asked for this. That's just something that maybe you wanted or that you needed. But me, that's not bringing me peace. What I need for you to do is this. That's going to bring me peace. And then sometimes it's just like I'm blatantly telling you what I need you to do to bring me peace. And sometimes they just don't do it.
I agree. Sometimes, like, they'll give you, like, I'm not a big person on gifts. You know, I'm a very simple person. So, like he said, they'll get you something, they think that you need, and you're like, thank you. And then in their eyes, they're like, you don't like it? I love it. It's not something that I needed, you know what I mean? But thank you. I appreciate it. Some people like gifts.
Yeah.
Some people just like your presence. You know what I mean? There's a big difference, and like you could see the difference in people. Like for me, just be there. I don't need you to get me anything. I don't need you to do whatever. Just be there, and I'm happy with that.
Okay. So like in situations for that, like is that something that you will like communicate that like when you just like need your piece, or it's just like
For sure. I mean, at the beginning, you definitely have to build. You happily have to communicate that. But over the time, if you're knowing that I'm a competitive person, I'm going through things, and it's like a ritual every single time, you have to understand that as a partner. You know what I mean? Like, I can't tell you that at that moment because I have a million other things going on in my mind because of just loss or I just won. So at that time, it's okay to be quiet. You know, I'm not telling you like to be quiet, but just let me endure it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I believe so.
all right. Yeah. So something that you said was about you had mentioned that you're not like a big gifts person.
Mm-hmm.
So this kind of triggered me to think of something about like, do you know what your love language is?
Absolutely.
Okay. What's your love language?
Quality time and what is it? It's quality time and then
Words
Words
of
of
affirmation.
affirmation?
no, it's the actions one.
Oh, acts of service.
Yes, act of service. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. That's all. I mean, as humans, we should already do words of affirmation every day. Like I tell you guys this all the time. Not text you guys I love you all the time because you never know tomorrow's not promised. So I feel like quality time is like should be number one, period. Because like you're my person. I want to be with. I ain't saying I got to be with you all the time, but you're my person. You know what I mean? There's gonna be days you're gonna be with your girls. There's gonna be days you're gonna be with your boys. There's gonna be days we're gonna be together. Like, but I still want to be with you. I don't want to like not be with you, but I don't want to be too clingy. Like I'm understanding, but I think quality time is the biggest thing because time is one thing you don't get back. And then I think acts of service, like if you say you're gonna do something, do it. That's all that is because I can tell you, hey, I'm gonna buy you a new bag, and then you're expecting this bag to happen, and I never buy you that new bag. How you gonna feel after that? Upset, right?
Yeah.
So I just feel like those two are like should be like 1-2. I don't think gifts should be. I don't. Sorry for all you people that wants gifts for number one. I just don't feel like gifts should be even a thing. Why is that even a love language? So I gotta constantly give you something to make you happy. I gotta constantly give you. I get like the simple things, like going to the store or like getting Taco Bell and bringing them food back. That is cool, but like I gotta get you a Louis Vuitton bag. Nah, I gotta get you a Tiffany ring. Nah, like nah, I'm good.
No, I agree. I mean, because my top two love languages are also quality time, and my second one is words of affirmation. So I agree with the quality time one, for sure. Like I definitely think that's, like you said, like time is something that like you can't get back, and I think it's very important. So I agree with that for sure.
What about you?
So mine would be definitely quality time. I love physical touch. Like I love I just love like when I'm out with my girl, like holding her hand, just like grabbing her. I'll be cuddling, like all that. You know what I mean? You don't get the full experience. You know
I feel like that should be like that's just hand in hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Physical to like you're my person. I like you, so I'm gonna touch you. Period. Like,
yeah.
sorry if you get annoyed at me. Sorry, you chose this.
Right.
Exactly.
So this is the whole thing. You know what I mean? So don't be annoyed if I might give you a little.
And
hey,
I feel like quality time is such a slept-on love language because especially like we live in a day and age. Like for instance, you mentioned earlier you had 3 jobs at one point.
Yep.
I got 2 jobs now. It's like especially like with inflation, it's just people are so busy. Whether you got a side hustle, whether I have a podcast, I do YouTube, like I do everything. So it's just like I'm so busy.
For sure.
So for me to just find that quality time, even if it's just like a little bit out the day to spend time with you, I feel like that's powerful. Sometimes it just doesn't get its just due.
100%, I agree. So the one thing me and my ex, I'm giving her some fame too, that we did have is like on Sundays we would spend watching anime after we get done playing football. Listen, I'm a big nerd. I love my anime. I don't care what anybody says. You can judge me for all you want. It makes me happy. I'm not gonna say anything like if you're watching Big Brother, I'm not gonna say nothing. Or if you're watching, I don't know what you watch. But I'm not gonna judge you off that. If that's your thing, that's your thing. You know what I mean? And like, QT is just the biggest thing anybody could have. You know?
I'm glad you mentioned something earlier too about like, cause my ex, her love language was receiving gifts or wherever it is. But I feel like that's where communication comes in because I'm thinking like when I hear this, I'm like, oh my God, she's gonna want this, she's gonna want this, but she really didn't want it. Her thing was just like, if you go to 7-Eleven and you come home with 1 bag of chips, I'm gonna be pissed. So it's just like, oh, that's nothing. Like I can get 2 bags of chips. You know what I mean? Sometimes they don't sell. You know what I mean?
But that's normal.
2
you
for
know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's normal. Like if I go get some food and then I would feel the same way. If she go get some ice cream or something, like, you know, bring me an ice cream sandwich. I'm good. Bring me some cookies back. Like that's just something you should do because like if you come back home, I want to make sure you're good too.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's no fair for me to eat in front of you. Like no, I would never eat in front of you. You know what I mean? If I got $5, I got $2.50 because you got $2.50.
Exactly.
So like I just think like that's just normal things you should do. Exactly. I don't think it should be a love language. It's just the fact that, hey, I'm always thinking about you and I care about you. So if I go to the store, I'm going to get you something. Or if I go wherever else, if I get Taco Bell, if I get McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, or if I even go to Olive Garden and get like a to-go meal, you know what I mean? I'm going to get you something. So I just, when it says love language, I think it kind of get construed with things because like gifts and stuff. So I don't think me going to the store and bringing you something back should be a love language.
I feel you. But do you think like when it comes to love language that should be talked about from the beginning and go into detail?
I wouldn't say the beginning, but I would say it should definitely be brought up because that's something that person likes. Yeah. Because at this stage we're getting to know each other. So I don't really know you. I don't really know this person. So like we're dating. So like I'm like, hey, maybe 3rd date in. You know what I mean? Okay. You know, actually getting those deep conversations out the way and actually figuring out what this person wants and how you could provide for this person. Absolutely, I think it should get talked about. But if it don't, how am I supposed to know? I'm not a mind reader.
Right. Yeah. It is important to talk about. And I feel like early on too, like you said, like 3 dates is pretty early on. Yeah. And I agree because like you're getting to know this person and you need to know like, because like if this person if they're, you know, if they are like a gifts person and like you're just doing like acts of service or, you know, quality time, whatever it is. And if you're doing the opposite, you know, so I think it is very important to get to know what their love language is, like how they give love and how they receive love. I think that's very important.
And you're not off the hook. We need to go into detail about, you know, how do you feel about your love language? Because what is it? Words of affirmation? What was it?
Mine is quality time and words of affirmation.
Yeah. So words of affirmation, can you just let the viewers know, like, what does that like mean to you? Words of affirmation.
I'm so pretty.
So basically, spend time with me and tell me I'm pretty. No, but it doesn't have not obviously just that, but just like I don't know, just words of affirmation. Like if you like you know, oh, like you did a really good job there, or like you know, just like anything like encouraging words are my thing. I'm also pretty much like a very encouraging person. And so I think like I also like that, like reciprocated. Like if I'm like feeling down or whatever, like I like those like uplifting like words. Like I just like encouraging words. So that's like for me, that's how I.
So you expect the man to tell you every day like, oh, you're beautiful?
No, not every day. Okay. And it doesn't have to be, I'm not saying like just with like saying like you're pretty, but I'm just saying like encouraging things like, you know, words of affirmation.
Supportive.
Being supportive. Yes. That's exactly.
But once a thing, well, again, like I do that now with you guys. I just feel like as a human being, like you should do that for your partner. You know what I mean? Like with your book sign, I'm like, yo, Leah, I'm proud of you all the time. You know what I mean? John, with your music, with your podcast. And I always tell you, I'm proud of like, as my partner, you should just be like, you should be their number one supporter and hype person at all times. At all times.
I agree, yeah. And I feel like I've dated some guys before that haven't been like, you know, very much that hype person or whatever. So yeah, and that is obviously one of my love languages. So, but I fully agree that being very supportive and
I've grew into that because I wasn't like that back in the days. Let me tell you. I mean, well, you already know I was not like that. But you know, as we grow up, we mature. You know, but I just feel like those things should just naturally come at our age. We ain't getting no younger.
That's true. That's true. Quick story, because my ex, her other one was words of affirmation too. So sometimes, I'll be honest, it would get kind of annoying because let's just say she posts a picture on Instagram and then maybe it's been 4 or 5 hours. She's like, oh, you haven't been on Instagram today? Oh, I have been on Instagram today. Oh, because I didn't see you like my picture. I didn't see you comment. I'm just like, oh, gosh, here we go. Here we go.
We talked about social media earlier. Yeah. See, downfall.
Exactly. And I'm
Like,
just
why are you so? My thing is, if you post this picture on the internet on Instagram, why did you post that picture? Because you wanted attention from everybody else.
exactly.
Why not post a picture of you and your kid, or you and me, or something you doing fun, but yet it's a picture of you in a bikini?
Exactly.
Come on now.
So now you expect me to wake up, call you beautiful in the morning, go on social media, comment. Like sometimes it can be a lot.
Nah. That's why I said social media is gonna be the downfall.
I agree.
100%.
Social media for sure is, like, especially with just dating in general, and kind of like you were saying a little bit earlier, but I wanted to hear your perspective on just, do you think, because I feel like social media and like the dating apps, we sometimes have too many choices, but do you feel like that also could be a downfall of it, like versus before, how we were meeting people like organically before social media was a thing? Do you think that has, like, the pool just like having a very large, like, options, do you think that makes it worse?
I feel like it makes it easier for some people and worse at the same time. I makes it easier because I do have a couple friends that cannot talk to a female face to face, but can have a full conversation behind the screen on the keyboard. So I make it easier for that way. I just, I don't know. The dating sites really never worked for me. I'm not saying I'm an ugly guy. I'm not saying I'm a gorgeous guy. I'm like a 4.5.
Oh my
Plus,
gosh.
I'm funny, so I'm like a 7,
Hey.
right? But that's in Vegas, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of handsome and beautiful people out here. So, social media, I just feel like we need to go back to the old ways. I feel like we should just, hey, everybody should just go on a speed date, get, what is it, like a minute or something like that, talk to this person and get to know that person, because you could be anybody behind the computer, you know what I mean? Which is a very scary thing. So, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about social media.
No, I agree 100%. Like, it makes things so much harder. It's very, very much more like time consuming. You have to weed out a lot of people. So I agree 100%. Have you ever been speed dating before?
No. I told my best friend, I said, listen, I know you're socially awkward. I was like, I'll go speed dating with you. Like, I have no problem talking to people. Am I going to find the love of my life over there? Probably not. But I'm going for you because I'm trying to make you feel more comfortable. But for me, or just picking up and like, yo, I'm going to go speed dating this Friday? Absolutely not. I could go downtown and just try to talk to somebody or just meet some people there. Or I could just go to John's bar, apparently, and meet somebody
Right?
over there.
Exactly. 100%.
Yes. Yeah, no. I mean, I've never been speed dating before either, but what I've heard from some friends who have gone is that it's kind of awkward. Like, just that, like, I don't know if they just, so, and then I went to this one singles event one time, and it was not it. I'm like, this is like, I don't know what's missing, but it was definitely just not, very much not appealing.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
Well, speaking of events, why don't you tell us about your Love is Blind experience that you, since we're talking about social media and stuff, and that's like the hot topic on Netflix.
All right. So I did apply for Love is Blind so I watched the first season and I loved the first season. I thought the concept was, what is that face? I thought.
He's just too young.
I'm too young?
No, Jessica.
Oh, okay. I was like, I loved the first season. And I was like, you know, I had been online dating for a while. So, I'm like, well, if I could do online dating, like, I can definitely do like a dating show, because these are people who are like experts with putting, you know, a cast together. Sure. And so I'm like, I would totally do that. So I did. After season 1, I applied and I sent in a video, and I did never hear back, but I still applied for it because I would be totally open to doing a dating show, because I'm like, it can't be any worse than online dating is.
I mean, you got to experience all the Big Brothers you watch. But I will say one thing about Love is Blind. I will say one thing. I do think the pod thing is the greatest thing ever, because now you're actually getting to know this person for who they are. You don't see what they look like. You don't know what ethnicity they are. You just talk to the person based off personality and personality only. Now, the whole getting married in like 2 months or so, absolutely not. But I think the pod little section and dating the 10 people, I think that is one of the greatest things that's ever happened on any single dating show.
I agree. I think having marriage after like 2 months is like really quick. Like, I don't think I'd be okay with that part, but like meeting somebody on there, right? Like, and I think exactly what you said too, like, because you're getting to know this person versus like online dating, you know, a majority of it is going to be
What
like,
you look like.
your looks. And so I agree. Like, you're getting to know this person and everything about them on a deeper level than just like a physical attraction.
As a single man, am I missing out? Because I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, I think I've heard of this show, but I've never. Like, I think I've seen it. It's on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think I've seen it on. But am I missing out?
It's funny.
It's good. You should watch it.
It's hilarious from a male perspective. It's very funny because you literally see all different types of men and all different types of women, and you're like, yo, y'all some idiots. Like, do you not know you on national TV? And the way they act is just, it's wild. It's wild how to see how other people think.
Yeah.
As far as like a relationship goes. So you should check it out for this two sides.
Yes,
I'ma
you
watch it.
definitely
I'ma watch it.
should.
I'ma check
That
it out.
is
I'ma
your
check it
homework.
out.
Big Brother, one season of Big Brother.
You don't gotta do that.
And then also Love is Blind.
All right,
But
that's supposed to be my homework.
yes.
But it's like I said, it's good to see everybody's different perspective. You know what I mean? Because there's people in there that are, like, when they finally see each other, have interracial. You know what I mean? So now you have this black side of the family and this white side of the family, and you see how they act. And then you'll see military cat and then a chick with no money. So like you literally see different sides. After the pods, it's kind of boring, but the pods is legit. I'll say that.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna check it out.
It's an interesting show.
Real quick, because you did mention how earlier when it comes to the dating apps that you have friends that they can talk behind a keyboard, but they can't really talk in person. Have you ever experienced that? Because I've experienced where I'll meet a girl on a dating app and she's texting away all day, every day, but then in person, it's just like they don't say anything, and I'm just like, where's this person I've been texting the last week and a half?
What I think is, when it comes down to something like that, I just think it comes down to confidence, or you just don't like me.
Yeah.
One or the other. Because if you could talk to me through this phone or computer, why is it so hard now? It's just me and you in public. I know some people have social anxiety, but like, I'm still the same person I was behind this computer. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It never happened to me. Probably maybe when I was in high school when I was shy, but as an adult, nah. Yeah. I could talk to anybody, any age. I feel like everybody has a story.
Yeah. Have you ever experienced that? Because me being a bartender, sometimes people come up to my bar and they'll be eating, and it's just crazy. They'll be this couple, and they'll be like, oh, yeah, we're celebrating our 15th anniversary, 20th anniversary, and they're just not talking. Like, every now and then they'll talk to me, but I'm just watching them just in silence.
Yeah,
I'm just like, that is insane to me.
So I would say kind of the opposite. So not that they don't talk in person, but more of maybe they were more interesting in texting than just like they are in person. Not that they don't have anything to say, but just definitely when like meetups, they've been more interesting in text messages versus when we actually meet up in person.
What would you say is like a female's perspective or a view from that? Like, you could talk to me all through the phone or the internet, but when it comes to face-to-face, what is that?
Well, I think sometimes, like in the beginning, especially like if you're meeting on a dating app, like if it's different if you met somebody somewhere else, but like I feel like a dating app, like I feel like maybe like the first date for sure. Well, I'm speaking for myself in this instance because I know like sometimes on the first date, like you're gonna be a little nervous when you're first meeting this person. So I can see that, but I mean after like the second or third date and like once you've been talking more and you're talking on the phone, I also think another thing can be too because we're replacing like talking on the phone for text messaging, and I think that's huge because once you start talking to somebody on the phone and like that like face-to-face interaction, like it's very different than just talking in a text message. So I feel like once the phone conversations happen and like the meetups are more, then then it's easier to
I just think some men just get socially awkward. I feel like women make men's nervous. So like, if not me, because I have a lot of confidence, I feel like if I don't have that much confidence in myself, and then I go meet this pretty lady, I feel like it's like, all right, what do I have to say? I don't want to say anything wrong to make it seem like I'm an idiot or something. So now it's like my lack of confidence is a little bit down, and I don't want to ruin this with this pretty girl.
That's interesting. I mean, I've seen like some guys, like you can tell some men who are like nervous when you meet them, but like it's like a normal thing. But like for you, like how long would you say like that normally lasts for you?
Never happened to me. The last time that happened to me was like maybe high school. Now, listen, this is me. You're gonna get 100% of me. Like I'm not holding anything back no more. I'm like I'm too over that. You know what I mean? So whatever happens. If you're gonna like it or you're gonna love it.
No, so I'm saying like you've never dated since high school. You haven't dated a girl that has made you feel that way.
No.
Okay. What about you, John? Anything on that?
Oh no,
Has that
same thing.
ever
I feel like
happened
since high school, it's just like maybe I don't know. I don't want to say that's why I'm not in a relationship now, because I've been in 2 long-term relationships, but it's just like I've never really felt nervous. Like I feel like if we got to the point where we're on a date, it's just like I'm definitely I'm gonna win. Like I'm on a date for a reason, so you're gonna get 100% confident. You're not going home thinking this was a bad date. And I also don't need that. I don't need you spreading word that, man, I went out with John. Like, you sure you want to go out with that guy? You know what I mean? Like, that's not happening.
Okay.
Not happening.
All right.
What I heard, have you heard about y'all females got this, are we dating the same guy? Have you heard about that?
Yes, I am on there, and I think that is the best thing ever.
I think that's messed up for us.
It is
that's crazy.
for women. It is the best thing, especially with these dating apps. Like,
Very
I
true.
wondered if there was one for
No.
like, are we dating the same girl?
Nope.
Because that app and that website has like been the best thing, and I am so glad that I know about that because.
Wow.
I've definitely dated some people like on the apps who have been in there, and so I feel like it's just like the best thing to ever happen
They're
for women.
bad-mouthing all of us.
Wow. So what is this, an app? Is this like that T app or whatever they're talking about?
It's kind of like that.
I'm
They
like-
have a Facebook group saying, "Are you dating the same man?" And then like my homegirl showed me this, and they'll like post pictures of you,
Yes.
like, "Hey, this is John Scott." Bam, bio of everything of what he do. This is how he treated me. I'm just like, what?
Oh, yeah. If I ever show up, you better tell me.
I will let you
me
guys know if I
Okay.
see. I have never seen you guys in there, but no, it's just helpful. I feel like just because it's like
Yes,
it's
it
like a
is.
safety
Yeah,
thing,
it's scary out
and
here.
it's just online dating is very scary, and it's just like very different. So it's basically like help screening for this person. Like you're getting ready. You've been talking to this person on a dating app for like, maybe like a week or something. And then you guys are finally going to meet up. And so you post a picture like before you go, like, hey, I have a date with this guy, like any tea, like anything I need to know. And yeah, and you hope that nobody has anything to say on it. And there's not
Same.
like 80 comments on this guy.
This is why social media. That's why I love face-to-face interaction. I like to feel somebody's energy and like how this is gonna go out. If I'm not vibing with you then, I'm not gonna vibe with you later. I'm not gonna vibe with you on the internet neither. So that, I can't believe you on that app.
I mean, I'm thankful for that app, honestly. But I'm surprised there's not one, obviously, for women. And hopefully they don't kick me off after talking about
real.
it. But yeah.
I brought it up. It's okay.
No, it's a great app, for sure.
No, it's not.
That's not.
For women, it is.
I
I mean, you won't have anything to worry about. Like, if you're not like if
But
you're not
that
like a
comes
walking
back
red
to
flag.
where females like, I want the bad boy. Well, you want the bad boy, you got him, and then now you posting about him.
No, it's not for that. Like
Well-
it's finding out like, okay, like especially like when you start, or even sometimes like people will be like, I've been in a relationship with this guy for like 2 years and he's acting weird. Like, is anybody talking to him? And some people will be like, yeah, like, so it's
just
a
ruined it.
very good, it's a good app.
Okay, if you say so, I believe you. You're my friend. I believe you. I just know about it because she talks about it.
Yeah.
See, the
it's
duties
great.
of having a girl best friend.
Yes,
we
okay.
could
Exactly. See?
All right.
That's gonna
I
be the
see
rolling
that.
joke for like the future podcast.
I
Like how
know.
men and women can be best friends. Pretty much.
I need a woman to be on my side. I need to hear other women's perspective. Like, am I the only one that thinks that they
Is
can't
it-
be like?
like jealousy.
No, it's not like a jealousy thing. Like I'm not saying that like you can be. not because of that. I'm saying that women and men usually cannot be like best friends because at some point of the friendship, like somebody's going to catch feelings, which is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like if you're already like in a relationship or something, or you just get into a relationship or whatever, I'm saying that like at some point, like if you've been friends with somebody for like 10 plus years, like at some point, like somebody catches feelings. But like I said, like it's not like a bad thing because it's good to have like a best friend who, you know, like starting out a best friend and then go into a romantic relationship. But I just think like at some point of that friendship, somebody is going to catch feelings.
I just feel like it depends on how you take the friendship. You know what I mean? Is your friendship like touchy, or is your friendship like conversational based? Is your friendship like more me to my family, or is your friendship like, oh, I do everything with this person? So I just feel like it depends on which route you take with it. You know what I mean? Like me and my best friend always been just best friends. Well, we wasn't best friends at first, but we never hooked up or anything.
Okay.
But like we was running them streets together and being adults and like putting ourselves out there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We were going on dates, a lot of dates with other people. So we kind of bonded on that. Like, what do you think of this guy? And she'd be like, what do you think of this? Or I'd be like, what do you think of this girl? She'd be like, what do you think of this guy? So like we would conversate. Like I guess we had our HO phase, and then we could kind of bond on that. And then we just became best friends. We literally did everything together, but never caught feelings, not one time.
It's a beautiful thing.
Okay. I mean, I only have one male best friend that I can say the same thing, but outside of that, like, no, I don't think so.
Okay.
So speaking about that phase, do you care about body count? Does that come up?
No. We're adults, dude. Like, what is the body count? As long as, like, nobody that I know
Okay, cool.
is on your body count, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, we're adults. We all experience things. We all need love. So do what you got to do. You know what I mean? Now, once you with me, it better be 0 after that. But, like, nah,
exactly.
it doesn't bother me. As long as I don't know anybody, you know that.
Yeah.
I'm good, because if I see this person and I'm like, nah, it ain't gonna work. So body count it's a number.
Beautiful.
I mean, if we go back to high school,
Oh my gosh.
but nah, it doesn't matter. I think we all need love. Everybody needs love. So whoever you get love from, good for you. You know what I mean? So that's it for me.
It's beautiful. Beautiful.
You guys are funny. It's a body count.
Oh my gosh. Do you judge, like, let's say you meet a girl and you go on her Instagram and she got the link tree, and the link tree is connected to spicy content. How do you feel about that?
I would ask is that your main source of content? You know, we would have a conversation about that. And if that's like your main source of fulfillment and fun, we could be friends.
But you're not taking her serious.
No. Like, no, absolutely not.
What if it's just solo spicy content?
The conversation has to be held, and then, yeah, maybe, possibly, yeah, absolutely. If it's solo, whatever, cool. Feet pitch, cool. But other than that, like, no.
What if she's a dancer? How do you feel about that?
So when it comes to like dancers and stuff, that doesn't bother me at all.
Okay.
Like, not one bit. It's a job. You know what I mean? You ain't out there doing the whole thing. You know what I mean? So I mean, a dancer, you're entertainment. You know what I mean? What's the difference between me being a Chippendale? You know what I mean? Or me working at Magic Mike? There's no different, because I'm out here entertaining all these bachelorettes for their bachelor party, or bachelorette parties. Yeah, bachelorette party.
Yeah.
So I'm out there doing the same thing, doing Magic Mike's, being Channing Tatum, and nah. So I just think that doesn't bother me. It's a source of income. You have a roof over your head. You have a job. Cool. Now, as long as you ain't out there on Boulder Highway, we good to go.
Boulder Highway is crazy.
We good to go. So that doesn't bother me at all. It's kind of hard to fall in love with one, but you know what I mean? But nah, it doesn't bother me.
I feel you.
I have one last question for you.
Hit me
because
with
we're
it.
wrapping up on time. So we talked a little bit about like good men earlier. You shared this earlier. What do you think is a misconception of having a? What do you think is a misconception for women about having a good man?
A misconception of women of having a good man. Can you further go into that a little bit?
So, like, what do you think? Okay, so like you talked about it earlier, right? Like you said that with the one girl, like that you were too nice. Like, what do you think is the misconception for you?
So I think, well, for my circumstances, I just feel like me being nice and me trying to treat you right and doing things doesn't mean like I'm too nice. I'm just doing something that I love to do because I enjoy seeing you happy and other people happy. Like, don't take my kindness for weakness type of thing, you know what I mean? So I'm just not perfect, you know what I mean? I do have my bad sides to me, but I kind of keep that away. There's enough negativity in this world to add to it, so I try to do nice things for other people, and then some people could be like, oh, you're putting on an act. No, I'm not putting on an act. I'm just being me. So I can't see how that could kind of confuse things as far as her saying I'm too nice. So that's just being me. I just feel like you should actually get to know a person first before you start judging people off the conception of them being too nice or being mean, or feel like what they're going through, or feel like, you know, knowing something a little bit deep, because it's always something internally, no matter what.
I agree. And I feel like as women, that's what we want. Like, we want like a man who is like a good man who can take care of us well. So I agree with that for sure.
I can tell you one thing though, I do hide my emotions a lot. That's just because as men, we're grown up to be this big, strong person. So it's kind of like the one time we do like let our guard down, our weakness down, some women use that against us, which isn't cool, which I don't like.
So is that why you think that men are not so
1,000% all men that aren't like emotional and stuff like that, or kind of hide their emotion and have everything built in? Yeah, for sure. Because they don't want to be the sign of a weak man. And then when hearing that from another female, it's like, it hurts, because you're like, we out here doing X, Y, Z, and then now the person I like, love, or whatever, it's calling me weak. That's a knife to the heart for sure.
I agree.
All right. That's interesting.
I do hide my emotions a lot too. Like, I remember, like, back to the whole gift giving. I remember, like, one time my ex was like, "Oh, I got you a Christmas gift. You're gonna love it. It was very expensive." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." I open it up. It's like a Keurig. It's like, I don't even drink coffee like that. Like, you got this for you. You know what I mean? This is a gift for yourself. That's just here at my house. For sure. But then one time she got me like something crazy, and I was like, "Oh, dang, this is nice." But I guess like I just didn't react to it, and I was just like, "Oh, thank you." And she was like, "Wow, you hate it, huh?" And I was like, "No, I actually like it a lot." She's like, "Whatever, you're just lying right now." And then she was just like shocked, because I guess I just didn't have a big reaction. It's just like, I'm just not.
It wasn't good enough for her.
Yeah, they're just like, I'm just not emotional like that. Like, you know what I mean? I love it, but I'm just not about to give you. I'm not about to be like, "Oh, this is crazy. Oh my God." Like, it's just like,
And that takes for her like learning. You know what I mean? Like I said, sometimes we just wanted you to be in our presence and peace. Like, yes, I love it. Just give me some time to just bring it in.
I would say for women, like, I love to see that side of a man. Not like somebody who's like emotional, like crying just like all the time over everything, but like I like to see that side. Like, and then I feel, you know, so that's something
all women do. It's just, it's hard for us to bring it up. That's all. Like, every woman wants that side of a man. It's really hard for us to bring it up.
Yeah. So you expect balance when it comes to a man being emotional?
Yeah, balance for sure, because I can't have somebody like crying like all the time.
Like,
yeah, but I do like to see the emotional side too, you know. So I agree.
I feel you.
Well, Jamel, it has been a pleasure having you on the podcast.
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming on. Let our guests know where they can find you at on social media.
Well, you could find me on Instagram. Jamingo, for JAMINGO is my first and last name. Number 4, because the number 4 is the greatest number. I don't have TikTok. I refuse to get that. So only Instagram and Facebook if you want to find me. All right. Slide into my DMs.
Hey.
Well,
my boy's single. He's open to the dancers. Let's go. Thanks again, man, for coming on the episode.
Absolutely.
It's a pleasure having Mingo as my first guest. We're wrapping up episode 4, 2 sides, same mic. Remember, there's always two sides to every story.
We'll see you next time.